Good morning, you guys. I know I've been missing. I know I've not been making videos. I've just been kind of like cycling through this. I don't know. I don't know what to call it anymore. I don't know. Um, I don't know much. You know, I'm just having a rough time lately. I'm having a rough time lately. Not so much in like having, being depressed or anything, but like I feel like I'm at a crossroads in my life, and um, you know, and the other day, or it's been about 3 days now. Little kitty. Been about 3 days, and Sage got fixed. She finally got fixed, thank goodness. Now she's got a little shaved belly. Let's see. Little kitty. Oh, little kitty. Little Sagey. Little Sagey. Oh, Sagey. What's the matter? What's the matter, Sagey? She is much calmer since getting her fixed. But something I wanted to talk about with you guys, because I've been hearing people talk about this a lot, and I've been hearing the same sentiments. And it's very worrying because so many people are so scared right now. So many people are angry. So many people are lashing out at the wrong people. The world is going to hell in a handbasket right now, and none of us know what to do. None of us, most of us think, I can't do that. I can't change anything. I just have to keep trudging on through my day, even though I like want to like blow my brains out. I keep trudging through the day, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and a lot of us are not happy. So many people are not happy, and so many people are burnt out. So many people, and then their anger is misdirected. Well, it's I wouldn't say misdirected, because it's directed. Okay, so let me think of how to put this. You've been influenced to direct your anger in a direction that is not helpful. Okay? We have all been sold this idea of what our lives are supposed to be, of who we're supposed to be, of how we're supposed to act, what we're supposed to do with our time, how we're supposed to spend our days. And anybody who doesn't fit into that mold automatically gets ostracized. Automatically, people are like, well, what makes you so special? How come you don't have to work? What makes you this? What makes you that? How come you... It's like, nothing makes me special. I've just decided that I'm not going to participate in this system. That's all I've decided. I don't have credit cards. I don't have student loans. I don't have any debt. Okay. I don't participate in the society that is constantly bringing people down. When I did participate in the society in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, I felt it. I felt exactly what everybody else is feeling, like that pressure, that, you have to do this, or otherwise you're not going to eat. You have to do this, otherwise you're not going to have a home over your head. And it's really fucked up. But our anger, you guys, people's anger at this whole situation is directed at the wrong people. We are directing our anger at the people who are suffering just as much as we are, if not more, okay? So many people are suffering, and then there's billionaires, of course, and millionaires, and owners of these corporations that we all work at, or that you guys all work at. And well, I work at it too. I work at a corporation too. These places that we work at, are being run by people who don't have to work, yet we're angry at people who choose not to work. They don't have to work because they're making all of their money off of you guys, off of us people, regular people. But yet people choose to be angry at the people who stay home all day, who don't work, who don't contribute to society. People have the nerve to be mad at those people. And it's really sad. It's really sad that as you watch the news, it's fear mongering. Okay, news is fear mongering. The news makes you question. The news makes you feel like you're not safe in your home. The news makes you feel like your neighbor is the enemy. The news makes it seem like anyone who is not exactly following this script of what we're supposed to be doing with our lives, those are the people we get mad at. And it just doesn't make sense to me. I get that people are tired, and I get that people don't have the motivation to incite any change in this world. I get it. I understand, and I understand why. But like directing your anger at people who are suffering just as much as you, if not more, is totally a part of the plan, okay? And another thing I want to talk about is voting, okay? So I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, voting and the political system and all this stuff, and why it doesn't seem to work. Now imagine there's a goat, all right? Imagine there's a goat, and he's trying to make you believe that each of his horns represents something different, okay? He's got 2 horns on each side of his head, on one head, right? This side represents conservatism and gun rights and all that stuff. And this side represents equality and this and that. And it's 2 opposing ideas, but it's on the same goat's head, okay? Do you see how much that doesn't make any sense? I've been trying to tell people this for a long time. I have not once participated in American voting. Not once. I am a registered voter, only so I don't have to keep telling people, no, I don't want to vote. No, I don't want to register to vote. The only reason I've registered to vote is so they'd leave me alone. That's it. I don't participate in this system. I don't want to participate because it doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't matter if you work your entire life in this system and you do everything as you're supposed to. You are going to end up unhappy and pissed off because you wasted your life. You'll get to the end of your life. You'll realize, I wasted my fucking life. I wasted my time. I don't have really anything to show for it except for some bodily injuries and some emotional damage, That's really all you have to show for working your entire life in this system. Unless you somehow get into the top 1%. You guys, it's mind-boggling. So what I recommend people do, this is what I do. The real vote, our real votes are how we spend our money. It sucks that that's the truth, but it is. Because have you noticed that we don't see change unless somebody gets canceled or somebody's influx of money is tampered with? Do you realize, do you guys not see that by now? That nothing ever changes unless money is affected? All I'm saying is, and a lot of us are figuring this out, a lot of us are coming to these conclusions of, okay, my real vote isn't going to the polls. My real vote doesn't matter. The real vote does matter, but the real vote is where you spend your money, how you spend your money, who you're supporting with that money, what corporations you're supporting with that money. Because, and I told this to somebody very close in my life who is actually on the totally opposite end of the spectrum politically, okay? This is a Trump supporter. This is somebody who believes in good old-fashioned hard work is going to get you what you want. This is somebody who consumes the news on a daily basis. So we've been in a relationship for 13 years, but he is totally not in agreement with anything that I think at all, and vice versa. I don't believe and I don't think anything like him, but I also don't look for ways to condemn him because of it. I have realized that based on our fears, okay, based on the fears that we have, that's what's going to politically motivate people. A lot of people operate out of their fears, you guys, and it's understandable because I did it for so long. All right, I did it for so long. So many people do it for so long, and nobody is talking about. Well, I mean, a lot of people are talking about it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really look into things like this. I don't go out of my way to search for opinions that match mine. I'm just telling you guys how I feel and what I think, okay? And I really don't think that we should be participating as sovereign people. If you want to be a sovereign means I'm in charge of myself. I am the master of my reality. Sovereign means nobody owns me. That's what sovereign means. If we want to be sovereign, we have to start trusting in ourselves. We have to stop being fear motivated, and we have to stop directing our anger towards people who don't think like us or who operate differently than us, because it doesn't do any good to pick fights. I was on Facebook yesterday and somebody was talking about how empaths are not real and how empaths it's a normal human condition, and how everybody's an empath, and how it's just a word or a behavior that you can claim to make yourself feel better. And I tried to tell this person, I left a comment on his page saying, you seem angry and you always seem to be wanting to tell people what they think is wrong. Why don't you go try to make yourself happy? See, most people, they will look for reasons to be angry. They're going to look for reasons, and they're going to see somebody who thinks differently to them or operates differently, and they're going to trash talk them because they think it's doing some good, because they've been convinced by the political parties and the political system and all of this that's your enemy. That's the guy who's making your life hard. But that's not true. Again, one goat, two horns, okay? Our money is our real vote. Start being conscious of where you spend and how you spend your money. Start worrying about yourself. Don't worry about and don't get angry if somebody doesn't agree with you. That's okay. Don't waste your time trying to put another person down because they think differently than you. And don't be afraid, okay? Because yeah, all these people, all these things are scary, and all of this stuff is new, all of this food shortages and all of these price hikes and all this stuff. But you can see, you guys, that America is run by money. So we have to start like, a lot of people may say, we have to start hitting people where it hurts and that's the money, okay? We have to start being conscious of how we're spending our money, how we're making money, all this stuff, okay? Start growing a garden, start being self-sufficient, start doing what you can. Start, talking with people who think differently than you, and try to figure out why they think differently than you, instead of condemning them and berating them and belittling them, because that's not doing anybody any good. Direct your anger where it needs to be directed. Okay? To the top. To the top. Skimming off all the fucking cream. The people at the top skimming off the cream, skimming off everything. The top 1%. That's where our anger needs to be directed. That is it. Anyways, guys, just know that no matter what happens, we're going to be okay. No matter what happens in this life, in this world, we're going to be okay. Because there is a higher power who's in charge. There is a divine source of everything that's happening. And that divine source will not let evil win. So, I love you all so much. Don't give in to your fears. Examine your fears. Examine your judgments, because they're most likely fears, okay? Examine it. Examine why you think the way you do, because it's most likely fears. I love you all so much, and I'll see you again soon.